Hi guys, I'm back. So today I am filming a foundation first impression. Obviously, as you could tell from the title, I'm going to be reviewing the Sonia Kashuk Soft Focus Satin Matte Foundation. I've heard a lot of people talk about this and I'm really excited to try it out because I do have oily skin, but now that we're getting into the fall and winter months, my skin definitely tends to get a little bit more dry. So I do like how this is a satin matte finish and not just a completely matte finish. I don't normally do this in foundation videos, but I figured I would in case you guys don't know anything about the foundation. I'm going to read you some of the claims of what it claims to do. So the claims say, anti-aging formula, perfect for oily and combination skin types, medium to full coverage, shine-free and silky smooth, creamy yet lightweight, and it is $12.99. So, and I have the shade Bisque. 01. I have the shade 01, the lightest shade. Always have the lightest shade. So I do have to say right off the bat, I swatched this on my hand before I bought it at the store, and it is very yellow. You will see that on my face. It's very yellow, and the scent of it is like a baby powder and a floral scent. Like, it has a very, very strong scent, so I'm hoping that this doesn't break me out. I always do my forehead first. I don't know why, but I do. Wow, okay. From that little amount, it's not full coverage. I would say it's a medium coverage, but my skin looks so smooth. Like, my pores are, I wouldn't say they're invisible, but they're definitely blurred out, so that's good. And it feels super lightweight. Like, it doesn't feel like I'm putting anything on my skin, so that I like. It is very yellow, but I could work with a more yellow foundation better than I could work with like a foundation that was mostly pink or had a pink undertone to it, so I don't mind the yellowness of it. But it's blending out beautifully. Like, it's not hard to blend out at all. But the scent is like, oh my gosh. Like, if you don't like scents in foundation, do not buy this. Like, I'm telling you, you won't like it. So I actually really like how it looks on my skin. I will have to say that I have other foundations that blur out my pores a little bit better than this one, but the finish of this is beautiful. Like, it's not too matte where it looks dry, but it's not luminous at all. It's just a very natural finish. I don't know if you can see my pores, but let me go close up for you. You can still see them. They are blurred out though. They're not as bad as that side, so you can still see them. I don't know why my light changes so drastically when I do that, but you can still see them. But oh my gosh, the finish of this foundation is beautiful. I still wouldn't say it's a full coverage. Like I said, I would say it is a medium. I will go in after I do this side of my face and try to build up the coverage just to see if it's buildable. But the finish of this is gorgeous. Like, yes, a lot of the redness is still peeking through and it's definitely not full coverage, but like for like an everyday foundation, this would look gorgeous. I'm gonna go in and try and build it up a little bit. I know you guys can't see me doing my forehead because I'm so far away, but I'm gonna do like a whole second layer on my forehead just to see how it layers on there. Oh, okay, it layers pretty good. Layers actually really well. It doesn't look cakey or anything, layered. It just still looks very, very natural, but with a little bit more coverage. But it's just not covering the redness as well as I would prefer. But I'm gonna go in and see what I can do on this side. I'm basically going in with a whole second layer, which I don't normally do with foundations. Even my Matte and Poreless, which is a medium coverage, I normally do not have to go in and build it up. Builds up really nicely. It's a very natural foundation, so if you are looking for a natural foundation, I would check this one out. Of course, it's a first impression, so I'm going to be doing check-ins throughout the day, so I'm not going to jump to any conclusions. I'm going to see how it wears, see how I like it, and whatever. Yeah, this is definitely oxidizing, and yeah, you can see the difference. when I put it on, and then it almost looks kind of orange on my skin. I was hoping this wouldn't happen, but I had a feeling that it was going to. The only reason why I'm not hating it right now is because the finish of it is beautiful. This foundation looks gorgeous on my skin. So oh, why is it patchy there? Okay, I think it was just, I missed blending a spot. The lighting definitely isn't doing this justice at all. But yeah, it looks very orange. Shoot. We'll see how it wears throughout the day, and I'll definitely see if I like it. I think mixed in with a foundation, or even if I use the Pro Foundation Mixer, because it does oxidize, I think it would look really beautiful. See a comparison. I mean, you can kind of see it on camera. I don't know how well it's picking up. It's definitely looking a lot more orange in person, but you can see that. So I am going to go do the rest of my face. I'm going to do concealer. I'm probably going to bring it pretty far down just to kind of even my face out a little bit and make it not look so orange, because like I said, I do have stuff to do today. And then, yeah. So I will be back when the rest of my face is done, but as of right now, I actually do like this foundation. I don't like how it's oxidizing, but I do like how it looks, how it wears, how it feels, how easily it blended out, how it layered. So a lot of positives going for this foundation. The only thing that I hate about it right now is that it oxidized. So I will be back when all of my makeup is done, and I will see you guys soon. Okay guys, so I am back with my full face of makeup done, and I do have to say, all of the products that I put on top of it blended out really, really nicely. The only thing about it is that because it oxidized so badly, I did have to use quite a bit of my Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer, because that's the lightest concealer I have. So I used that under my eyes, and I did it basically in my T-zone, and then I put a little bit right here. So that darkness is just my contour and my blush. So, you know, this part would match my neck a little bit better. The only thing right now that I'm not liking about this foundation, like I said, is the fact that it oxidized. After this video, I'm going to try and wear this a few more times. I'm going to mix in the white foundation mixer. I'm going to mix this in with probably my Maybelline Matte Poreless. And we're going to see how like that wears. Other than that, my skin looks really, really good. It doesn't look as natural as it did because I did put powder on it. I did put powder on top of it, but when I do that with some of my other foundations, it doesn't make it look bad or anything like that. So I don't know, it doesn't look as natural, so that's, I guess, also another negative. But other than that, I really do like it. I applied the face makeup on at 11:30, and it's now almost 12:30. I took my sweet time getting ready because I don't have anything to do until really later. Actually, Mary's coming over, so that's a lie. I do have something to do, but whatever. But we're gonna call the first check-in 11:30. That's when I put on my makeup. So I will be doing check-ins throughout the day as I go along and see how it wears, see if it gets oily, see if it breaks up anywhere, and all that stuff. So I'm gonna go do my hair because I didn't do my hair yet. I just threw it back. I gotta straighten it. I'm gonna try to at least do 2 check-ins. I know I can at least do 2 check-ins though, so maybe 2 or 3 check-ins today. So yeah, that's my thoughts on it. As of right now, I don't hate it. I don't love it though. I have foundations that do a better job just for me personally on my skin, and I like how they wear better, and I like how they cover better and everything like that. But we'll see how it wears throughout the day, and if it wears good, then it's a plus in my book. So we will see how that goes, and yeah, stay tuned for that. I will see you guys in a few hours. Okay, I'm back. So it is now 4:43, and this foundation has been on since I said 11:30, so 5 hours. And not a lot has changed, actually. It is getting a tiny bit oily, but I actually think it looks good. Some foundations, I feel like they look better as your oils kind of start to come through like a little bit, because it kind of makes it look more natural. But other than that, nothing has really changed. It has settled a little bit into my smile lines, but most foundations do that, and I don't have huge smile lines, so I don't really care that much about it. Other than that, yeah, the only thing that I don't like about it as of right now is the fact that it does oxidize like a shade or two darker, I would say, than your skin tone. So this might have worked in the summer, but it's not gonna work for me for the winter unless I can find something to mix it in with. But the powder really, I said it with the Coty Airspun powder, and the powder did help like lighten it. So Mary's here. We're actually going to see my goddaughter. We're actually going now. So yeah, so I will be back after that. But not a lot has changed other than the smile lines, and it's getting a little bit oily, but like, I mean like the slightest bit oily, like the slightest. Okay, so I will see you guys in my next check-in. Okay, hi guys, I'm back for my last check-in. It is now 9:10. What am I doing? 9:10 at night, and I've had this foundation on for a total of almost 10 hours, and I actually have to say I'm pretty impressed with it. At first, the only thing that I didn't like was that it oxidized, so that was, you know, a negative for me, but everything else, you know, it blended out really nicely. It doesn't feel heavy on the skin. I would say it's a light to medium coverage on the first layer, and then on the second layer it's definitely more of a medium to full coverage. I think it's great for people with oily skin because the only complaint that I have about it, the only complaint that I have about it, like a little bit, is that it is a tiny bit oily, but I have definitely gotten oilier with other foundations that I have that I actually like, so that's not bad. And once my natural oils kind of started to come through, it kind of looked even a little bit more natural, if you know what I mean. So that's the only thing, but the oils is not even that big of a deal. And then, like I said in the earlier check-in, it kind of settled into my smile lines, but it's really only like right here. Like, it's not even like all the way down. You know, it's not like all right here, it's just kind of right here. That probably looked really weird. But yeah, that's it. It's coming off a little bit on my nose, but it's not really breaking up anywhere. I would say it's kind of caking up like the tiniest bit. Like, this is me being really like critical, so I can have something to tell you guys, but it's kind of caking up the tiniest bit around my nose. But my blush, bronzer, and highlight is still on, and everything is still on, and it still looks really good for having it on for almost 10 hours. So I'm actually impressed. If you have oily skin, definitely check this out, and be aware though that it does oxidize, so maybe get a shade lighter than what you usually are, because once it oxidizes and once you bronze up your face, it should be fine. Overall, I really like this, and I would definitely give this a 4.5 out of 5 stars. So yeah, if you have oily skin, definitely check this out. Thank you guys for watching. I had so much fun filming this first impressions. I love filming first impressions of foundations. I don't know why. I just love foundation in general, and I've watched them. They're my favorite videos to watch, so it just makes sense that they're my favorite videos to record. And I am going to do foundation Fridays on my channel. And yeah, so leave any foundations that you want me to review down below, and I will definitely get those done for you guys. But yeah, overall, I really like this foundation, and I think that's all I had to say. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.